Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Darksiders 2. And in the last episode, we met the coolest cat on the block. Don't even know what this guy's name is. Archon. Met Archon. And I wonder if he'll fight me. Think he'll fight me? Or I could definitely grab him, but he's not fighting me. I don't know why why would it give him a health bar and like a ranking? You know what I mean? That's weird if I wasn't gonna fight him. He's a nice guy anyway. We'll go way back, but let's jump into this well. Okay, that was anticlimactic. Let's hit the B button into this well. We're going to Earth. We get to see the wake of what happened when Hell's and Darksiders 1 when Hell invaded Earth and war was called to defend and all that stuff. Well, he was called. You know, it's a messed up story. Corrupted angels and all that. But yeah, now we get to see the wake of the apocalypse. Earth. Earth, I name the Earth. Ooh, oh yeah, this looks like post-apocalyptica. Shut up, quiet.
There are more than corpses about.
That's true. So what are they? Whoa! Who has the gun? Hey, I know her. Spoiler, I think she died in the first one. Can we please fight alongside these angels for the first time?
What are the Hellguard doing on Earth?
Oh, God. Dude, take notes, ladies and gentlemen. This is pretty much what it's going to be like sometime within the next 10 years. No. Heaven and hell. Post-apocalyptic. More or less. Maybe not exactly. Is she dead? Did she just die? She could have just died.
Oh, damn it.
Have a heart, Death. Come on. She's a girl, after all. Dude, is he gonna like super pile driver or something? Kind of funny. I don't want to fight your angels, partner. I really don't. I want to be friends with you. Well, if one can be friends with them. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Like we don't really have a side, but we're together on this at least. That's good news. I need to learn some of these combos, man. Like stuff, well, not stuff like that, but like back and forth, like. Y's and A's, like stuff like that, and like that super slash right there. How to do that? Like I feel like there's a combo for every situation. You know, it's just I don't know what situation to do when. All right, that extra experience is coming through, man. Can we talk now, or is it too late? Oh look, another one of these. No, give me my gun. Give me my Red Dead Redemption, please. Thank you. Because it's saying there's 34 stones on Earth, or how does that work? Let me summon these ghouls. I want to see these things. Oh, yes. They're exactly what these things are. That's awesome. About that. It's amazing how things work, isn't it? I'm just happy to have the distraction, you know? I wonder if I can just spawn as many as I can possibly muster. Dude, these guys are killing me, dog. Like, it's weird. These guys are just a bunch of zombies, but they're relentless zombies. I would say, my advice is to just teleport / through them. Or just talk to Uriel as soon as you can. I need to talk to you, princess. Honey, Schnookums bear, talk to me. Oh, I just had to help fight.
I should kill you for what your brother did here.
I'm not my brother.
You saved my life.
Okay,
Consider us even.
What do you know about the Rod of Arafel?
A weapon of immense power, brought to Earth by the Archon Hestus to battle the demons in the End War. But Hestus fell, and the rod was shattered.
No.
Now
Did
the
he fall on
Destroyer
top of it?
uses
That
its
much shattered.
pieces to fuel his army of darkness.
Destroyer.
What
Oh.
is broken can be reformed. Where are the pieces of the rod?
In the hands of the Destroyer,
Of course.
he has summoned creatures from the abyss and drawn forth his chosen, things of blasphemy, who even now divide this world into their own hellish domains.
I've noticed.
The Suffering are one such beast. They feed upon the dead of this world and twist them into a swarm of flesh and bone that fight as one mind. It was they who attacked us moments ago.
Sounds like
One
zombies to me.
mind, easily sundered.
I will not risk more Helgard to recapture the Rod of Arafel. But, should you wish to undertake this fool's errand, then follow the trail of corpses left by my brethren.
A fool's errand. Well, it would not be my first.
So that it is
Probably
not
won't be
your
your
last.
Ah.
Take this.
Oh, gun! Salvation, next form of ground blast, rapid fire, Eld for scatter shot. Alright!
Thanks for the warning. How many angels died here, Uriel?
Too many. But for every dead angel there is another, kept alive against his will. Their suffering empowers the Destroyer.
I'm sure it does.
Perhaps you could release them from their torment, Pale Rider.
If you wish. However, all I can offer the captives is a swift end.
That is blessing enough.
Well, at least
Why
she's
are the
realistic.
Hellguards still on Earth? You lost Uriel, in case you haven't noticed.
Where else would we go? All of creation saw what happened here. How the Hellguard marched before the seals were broken. The White City is closed to us. We can never go home.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
What are these chosen? They don't look like demons.
No, we have something far more ancient, drawn from the heart of the Abyss. The most powerful serve the Destroyer, and rule in his name over ash and bone. The rest kill everything around them.
It is a wonder you've lasted this long. Even the dead march against you.
You speak of the Swarm. Of all the creatures that roam the wastes, they most hunger for revenge. Not even death can stop them.
Oh, see, that's what's interesting about this, though. Like, she said, like, our worst fear is like demons, right? Like, that's the worst it can get, possession and, you know, all that stuff. It's like, she pretty much said that there's things worse than demons that come from a darker place. And I was like, okay. So the worst thing, in our opinion, is like the lightest thing in their opinion. Great, you know, wonderful. Anyway, let's see what that thing that we just got does. Dang it, man. We can't just have... Like Michael said to Tom in Godfather 2, can't you just give me a straight answer? I just like, why can't you just give me something that gives me all green? I would much appreciate it. Hey, why am I carrying this thing? Do I even need to carry this gun? I don't know, man. No mas es gunno. You dig? So... That I don't know, partner. Oh, gimme. I gotta be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Every time I hit one of these, I feel like just wrath is gonna come out. And, like in the first Darksiders. But anyway. Okay, I feel like the scatter shot may be the way to go for this. I think not. Murdered. No, maybe automatic. Maybe automatic. Yeah, maybe. It overheats, but maybe automatic. I can imagine having a hard time with this on Apocalyptic. Oh, it's behind me. Oh, something's behind me. I don't know if I can pick this up without. Oh, I don't even need it. This thing's got a crazy kick to it. He's like, oh, I can feel it in my shoulder how hard this thing kicks. Anyway, what's in here? I think I might find someone that's still alive, like a girl that's still alive in here. Maybe I could rescue her, and I could be the man of her dreams. Wouldn't that be sweet? I would read that story, dude. Speaking of reading stories, I gotta tell you Kat's story. As about 3 million people know, they're making a movie starring Jack Black called A House with a Clock in Its Walls. That was my favorite book of all time. I am not even kidding. We had this thing in school called AR, Accelerated Reader, and you were pretty much forced to read 3 books every 6 weeks, and I hated it. Absolutely despised it. And I was so happy when I got to high school we didn't have to do that crap anymore. But the biggest problem was, well, one of the last books I read from AR was, well, it pretty much was that book. And I remember it being so good, I thought, it was like the one time I was appreciative of that program in our schools. And because it was a really awesome book. It's creepy. I love the cover. It was like a house, and like the smoke and clouds above it was in the shape of a skull. And it was, God, it's really creepy. It was really good. And now it's kind of got a, I think they feel like, or I feel like they put like a comedy twist on it. Not too much of a twist. It's still gonna retain some of that eeriness, I'm sure. But it's more of a, I remember it being a lot creepier when I was a kid. Same way with the Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket's. Like that was I feel like those are more creepy, and then they went ahead and put Jim Carrey in the role, which made it kind of fun. I mean, I understand it. It's not like a serious book series. It's kind of sad. It's oh God, dude, I haven't seen that guy since Darksiders 1. You know what I mean? So like it was a. Sorry if it's breaking up right now. The screen, I mean, there's a lot of things going on. But, yeah, so that was that's just where I'm at with it, which is great. I mean, it's I'll probably go watch it just because that was my favorite book. But the thing is, I watched it so long ago, I don't really remember anything about it. I just remember it being eerie and a really good story. It's like if Goosebumps could be taken seriously. I remember it feeling like that. Which, some Goosebumps stories are actually end up pretty sad. Like that one kid that turns into a dog, there's no way for him to turn back. I mean, that sounds kind of cheesy now, but back then in the 90s when you heard that, it's like, oh my God. But yeah, they had pretty much every episode of Goosebumps. Well, maybe not every episode of Goosebumps on Netflix. It may still be there. I may have to finish watching it because I actually have in my other closet in there, I have a VHS copy of two Goosebumps books. I have The Haunted Mask and I have Welcome to Dead House on VHS, and it's so weird because those are getting really old, man. Like they're 20-year-old movies, and I still have them. I mean, I'm not saying it's weird to keep old stuff. It's cool, collecting and whatnot. But it's just like you wouldn't think about somebody having that, I didn't know anybody else that had like VHS copies of Goosebumps. Same way I didn't know anybody else that had copies of Beetleborgs, So that's because I have like a movie. I think I have two Beetleborg movies. I think one of them is just like a collection of episodes or something like that. But what is this? Oh, that's one of those guys. Oh, okay, yeah, I know. I remember what you're talking about. So yeah, and like they put the entire series of Beetleborgs on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there. I hope it is, because now that I'm talking about it, I kind of want to watch them. And if anybody doesn't know what Beetleborgs is, it's the most successful ripoff of Power Rangers ever. And the thing is, it was the same guy that made Power Rangers make Beetleborgs. That's pretty much why it was so successful, was because the same dude made it. Which is great, you know. Saban, I don't know his last name, but yeah, something like that. Dude, yeah, I mean, now thinking about all that, now I want to plug in my VCR and watch all these old movies, like Jumanji and Flubber and stuff like that. I even have a Sailor Moon movie, the one about the rose. I forget what it's called. It's I don't know. They end up in space, like some plant hypnotizes all the girls. Well, not all the girls, but everybody in the city, and it's like, oh, fall in love, and they end up in space, and then they kiss, and then, oh, I'll bring them back to life. Oh, it's so romantic. It's one of those. And but it's very good. Like, I was a kid, you know, and Sailor Moon was a big deal back then. I don't know if they're still making new episodes or not, but it'd be cool if they were. I'd probably watch them. They'd have to get the same voice actors, though. That's the only way. Hopefully none of them are dead. That'd be bad news. I mean, you know, hindsight's always 20/20. Don't get me wrong. And looking back, that was one of the first animes I ever watched. If you don't consider like cartoons to be animes, that was the first anime I'd ever watched, and like I didn't realize it at the time. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think about, oh, I'm going to be watching this stuff in 20 years. Dragon Ball Z's been around since the 80s, hasn't it? And I know I started watching that in about 97, I think, 98. Well, maybe not 98, probably early 2000s when first time I saw Dragon Ball Z. Maybe the 90s, but more than likely early 2000s. But yeah, it's just weird. You know, you never think you'd watch these animes. Or, you know, you don't think about them for so long, and then, like, you make a Let's Play or something where they cross your mind, and now you're talking about them, and you're like, oh, I want to watch them again. You know, like, let's see what... this isn't an anime, but this is just kind of along the same lines. I had a VHS copy of Power Rangers Turbo, and I mean, obviously, Turbo was not the favorite, you know. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original, is always going to be the best. But I liked Turbo as a kid. What I like the most about it, though, how am I going to get over there? I don't know. I like the ending. Like, whenever, like, the two main characters, well, not the main characters, but the two important characters got possessed. They went, like, underground, or not underground, but into, like, that fiery pit. And they came back like demons and stuff. And then, like, after that giant fiery monster came out. Like, I like that stuff. That is cool. But, oh, dude, what? That's it? Oh my god, it was just hanging out there, dude. But so yeah, I'm just remembering all the stuff I used to watch back in the day, like Hunchback of Notre Dame and Hercules and all those old anime movies like that. Or animated movies, I should say. Yeah, Beetleborgs. That's where it's at. If anybody ever asks, say, hey, like, what are you doing later tonight? I'm watching Beetleborgs, mother. That is what you say, and they will leave you alone and think you're awesome at the same time. It's like, oh, I'm not cool enough to hang out with that guy. That's what's going to happen, because I've seen it before. I've seen it happen. I remember I had a cousin. Still have a cousin. I haven't seen him in a long time, though. He wanted to borrow those movies, and I was a little bit reluctant to let him borrow them. I didn't think I was going to get them back. And now, it's not like I'm a huge Beetleborgs fan or anything like that. You know, you're not going to find... Well, you may find a poster someday back there of Beetleborgs.
I found a piece of the rod.
Be wary. There are things that lurk beyond these barricades that the Hellguard dare not face head-on.
And the remaining rod pieces, do they lie past the barricades?
Yes. Pass through the city, and you will find the next piece beneath the earth, in an old abandoned tunnel.
All right.
Where will I find the final fragment?
I do not know. But the rod has a will of its own. Find the second piece, and it may tell me where the last resides.
That's convenient. Thank you, Rod. Yeah, I may just stop recording right now and turn on Netflix and start binge watching Beetleborgs. How do you feel about that, internet? Anyway, hey, another Book of the Dead piece. That's number 7, right? So we're about to get another key. My God. The Swarm. What is the Swarm? Sounds like something I don't want to play with, and I'm down to play with a lot of things. Oh God, get away from me! Well, Zombie Apocalypse 101. Keep plenty of bullets in your gun. You know what really bothers me though? Like, and this is just stupid speculation. Like, this is never gonna happen, but if it does, I'm screwed. You know when you're playing games like Call of Duty, anybody that grew up with like COD 4 and World at War and stuff like that, whenever I got in the really, really bad habit of, and I mean it makes sense because this is just the way the game plays, it takes less time to reload your gun in that game. What is that? I want to play with that. What is that? It's a shotgun? I don't know if I want to play with this. I mean, I like it, but I prefer this. It takes less time to reload your gun if you have at least one bullet left in it. Like, we found that out as kids. Like, hey, if I unload this gun and then have to reload, it takes longer because you have to rack the gun. The reload is increased by like half a second, the time it takes. But if you reload the gun before you run out of bullets, you save time, and that thing is trying to kill me so hardcore. You save time, and it makes sense. Like in MLG tournaments, probably, well, I don't know how it works in tournaments now, but back then, you know, it was like a pro thing that you would do. You wouldn't let your gun run out. You would always you'd reload after every shot, and like that's been adopted as like status quo. Or not status quo, but it was like the standard of how to play shooters. Like just reload when after right after you kill somebody, or you know reload. Just reload before you completely run out of ammo, right? Like that was the overall plan. Oh God, I didn't mean to drop that. Oh God. Oh, it sticks to it. That's interesting. So the problem is, like, we get into that habit, right? It's like, oh, reload without, you know, using all your bullets. If I was ever in, like, a zombie situation where, like, I needed to save my bullets, I'm the kind of guy that it's automatically going to think, oh, I need to reload, I'm getting low on ammo, and I would, like, switch out clips, but there'd still be bullets in the clip, you know what I'm saying? And that would drive me crazy. It would drive me insane, and I think I could well, I may not survive the zombie apocalypse, but I think I do pretty good. I think I do all right for at least the first 6 months. But it kind of really bothers me that Call of Duty put me in that habit of not finishing clip. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really an OCD thing. It's more of a I'm being wasteful of ammo right now, and in a time where you don't need to be wasteful of ammo, you're wasting ammo. And it bothers me because I'm so worried that, you know, one of these days when the zombies take over and it's every man for himself and all that stuff, I'm going to be the first to go because of a habit formed years ago playing Call of Duty. But I realize I may be able to break it. I don't know. Maybe having a gun, an actual gun in your hand is different than having a controller in your hand. And it is, you know, I've shot guns before. I just feel like it's going to be a hard habit to break, man. I know that's weird. That doesn't make any sense, but it bothers me. I think about it occasionally. It crosses my mind. How do I get out of here? Like, what? Am I just running through the... Oh, I see now. I like this gun. I am taking a lot of damage, though. I see the problem. Oh, you suck! First time I've been afraid in this game. Dude, they are all over me, man. Like, I don't know what. I gotta start figuring out how to funnel these guys better. So I'm just got kind of quiet. So that's probably why the Angels are winning. Well, have gotten so far because their guns never run out of ammo. Makes sense. Has anybody read that Zombie Survival Guide book? One of my friends used to have it, and he let me borrow it. And that's one of the books that that's one of the only times I've ever like wanted to read in my life. Is that book? It is pretty good. I read it from front to back. It had all these little illustrations in it, but like how to take care of certain situations in the zombie apocalypse. So it was a pretty big deal. I imagine it was a bestseller in some circles. But, oh my god! I was about to say, am I not doing any damage to this thing? Oh god, how am I supposed to dodge that? Well, this cat doesn't seem so hard. This reminds me of the Half-Life 2 for some reason, with those stalkers or whatever they are, with 3 legs, tripods. I don't know, for some reason that reminded me of them. Don't know why. Well, I guess because they're tall and they're kind of skinny and had like 3 legs. That probably had a lot to do with it. Oh, we got some possessed claws, huh? All right. Yeah, I'm following the Crow, man. I saw that movie and I love that movie. The second one, I didn't think the second one was bad, but the third one had no business being made, in my opinion. It was a good set of movies, good plan. You know, it was good stuff. And the second one wasn't too bad, but still, third one really bothered me, rubbed me the wrong way, man. And I'm hard to rub the wrong way with movies, okay? I am very lenient when it comes to my critique of movies. Like, I don't care. The fact that an interesting movie exists, something like, well, I can't really say Inception or The Matrix, because those are critically acclaimed movies, but Sharknado, perfect example. I like those movies. Now, they're not good movies by any stretch of the word, but that's what makes them good. They're so bad they're good, and I appreciate that. You know, I'm not going to compare Sharknado to Titanic or Saving Private Ryan, but it does have its own charm to it. It's the same thing with Aqua Teen or Rick and Morty. You know, they've got interest to them, and they've all got their own little quirks about it. Anyway, whatever we were talking about movies, yeah, absolutely. I'm very lenient on that stuff. However, you know, I'm also very unlenient when, let's say there's a sequel coming out 20 years later, and it's just not any good. I get extremely offended and disappointed. Independence Day Insurgents was a perfect example, and it wasn't bad by any stretch. It wasn't bad, but I don't think it. There was no way it could have held the candle to like a satisfying sequel to one of the greatest movies of all time, Independence Day. Like it's great that they got Bill Pullman back. It's great that they got They got a picture of Will Smith in that movie. He's not in the movie, but he's got a picture of him. Jeff Goldblum. Like, it's great that they got those cats back. I'm happy it wouldn't have been. I wouldn't even have went if they didn't even get at least Jeff Goldblum back. But they also got the girl from Nymphomaniac, which is amazing. That was one of the good things. Just the fact that she was in that movie was the best thing I could ask for. It was too quick, man. It wasn't. It was right off the bat. And I hate to just put it down immediately, but right off the bat, it set like what? Well, it's only 20 years in the future. Like, it actually follows a normal timeline because, like, the movie even realizes that it's been 20 years, you know. However, they got a futuristic spin on things because they reverse engineered the aliens' technology, you know what I mean, after their ships crash landed. So they're, like, super advanced, right? Humans came such a long way. They haven't gone all the way because they haven't discovered interstellar travel or anything like that, but their technology has exploded, okay? However, at that point, the first minute of the movie, it's completely unrelatable because it's so futuristic. Same way with Ghost in the Shell. I didn't like that movie. Yes, I went to see that movie. I didn't like it. I mean, even seeing Scarlett Johansson in a bodysuit, I still wasn't very impressed. I hate to say that because that's, are you gay? No, I'm not gay. I don't think you should base your movie off one of the more attractive actresses almost being naked and then trying to put a spin on it. Even though there was like a manga and like another movie or some kind of animated movie with that before, so like there's a whole story, but I couldn't get that. It's futuristic, altered people. I thought those were bullets being shot for a second. I didn't recognize it. People getting upgrades and like doing like body modifications, like mechanical stuff like that. Like, it's already unrelatable, and that's very hard for me to overcome as an unofficial movie critic. It's like The Matrix. It is relatable because it's tied in with real life. They're saying real life is a lie. It's already like that is. The Matrix might be the most relatable movie in the world because it's a play on real life. It's like that's where reality is the plot to the Matrix. What is real? That is what the Matrix is about. That may be one of the most important movies of this generation and last generation. But I don't know. I don't really how to. I don't know where I'm going with this. In other words, I don't know what started this thing. But the point is, I give movies credit where credit's due, and I'm very lenient. For instance, I've already given Sharknado. I like the original House on Haunted Hill, the black and white Vincent Price movie. Dude, that movie, there's something about it. Like, and it's nowhere near like the remake, but I like the remake too. I saw the remake first. I got it in the video. I'm sorry. I'll finish this story. Like, I like the remake. I saw the remake first, and I love it. I can't remember his name, and I'm so sorry. But the guy whose grandfather actually owned the house, and that knew all the stuff about it, the doctor that was like, "Oh, we got to get out of here. Like, I don't want to be here. You give me my money now." That guy, he made the movie. I love that guy. Perfect. He's why I watched the movie. Him and Jeffrey Rush are the two reasons I watched that movie. And then I learned that Ali Larter was from Resident Evil was in that movie. Like, oh well, there's another reason to watch that movie. And it's just a really good ghost story. And Jean Grey from X-Men. She was also Xenia Onatopp from GoldenEye, if you cats remember that. I do. So yeah, like a lot of people that I grew up with, Pirates of the Caribbean, Resident Evil, and 007 GoldenEye. So I mean, that movie's already great in my book because I know these people, right? This is awesome. And and it had oh my god, I just remembered it had Sonya Blade, the The nice lady that played Sonya Blade in the Mortal Kombat movie was in the House on Haunted Hill remake, and she was also the teacher in Billy Madison. So this is like, it's all like together, you know what I'm saying? So it's so I love the movie. Yes, the special effects were not good. I feel like they fit. You know, 'cause there's some of those movies where the special effects just don't fit. They're either too good or too bad, and it doesn't fit the time or the film. I feel like the special effects for House on Haunted Hill remake, it fit. It worked. Like, I didn't expect anything less. I didn't expect anything more. It was nice. But, it was just a creepy ghost story, too, man. Like, it's like we're in an asylum, and, like, this dude was doing experiments, and there's all these rooms been locked off, and you got that chamber, like, people, you know, turn a sane man mad and a madman sane. I forget what he called it. It's that room that spun and had all those pictures and stuff. Like, the movie, it just had creepiness to it, man, and I'm into it. I love it. Still love that movie. Still, I'd watch it all the time. I need to get, like, a DVD copy of it or something. And, well, I think I do. Yeah, I think I do have it. Never mind. I'm going to probably watch that movie tonight. Man, it's good stuff. I just like, but even the old one was good too. That's the thing. Like, but everybody hated that movie. I mean, it never. I'm sure people didn't hate it, but it never. I feel like it never got the recognition it deserved. What's the power of Irish and eerie power providing visions? Watch. Ooh, that's interesting. So there's that. But now this is where I'm probably going to lose a lot of subscribers. There's another movie that I love. I think it's I mean, looking back with adult eyes, yeah, it's pretty bad. But seeing them through red shaded eyes of nostalgia, I love this movie. I love Batman Forever. I love Batman and Robin, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Uma Thurman. And was there another one? There was. Well, yeah, I like the Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman 2 with Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. Like, that's good stuff, too. But I like Batman Forever. Nobody likes Batman Forever. Like, collectively, the entire universe, like, looked at that movie and pushed it out of society. Like, everybody got behind it, pushed it. I liked it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a great movie, but... You know, Val Kilmer, man, he had the chin for Batman, and he pulled it off. You know, Jim Carrey was in it. Tommy Lee Jones was in it. It's great Two-Face. I couldn't think of a better Riddler. Maybe Tim Curry. Well, maybe not Tim Curry. That'd be kind of... Well, that'd be... Like, if you're taking, like, a serious, creepy approach to the Riddler, which the Batman Arkham series pretty much did. They made him, like, more deranged. Yeah, Tim Curry was great. But, like, who else would... Like, I can't... Who else was as animated as Jim Carrey at the time? I mean, maybe Eddie Murphy. I mean, I know the Riddler's not black, but maybe Eddie. Like, I'm trying to think, just animation-wise, like people that kind of move around a lot in their movies. At the time, like now, it's like, oh, well, this person would be perfect, this person would be perfect. But at the time, I don't really know. No, he's, I don't know. I'll think of somebody eventually and be like, oh, yeah, it'll be perfect. But, I don't know. I feel like Jim Carrey, that was it.
The second piece. I can feel
Could have been anybody else.
Within you. The rod wills itself whole. You may be deaf to its cries, but I am not. The final piece lies beyond this barrier, in an area heavily fortified by the shadow.
Destroyer will not be pleased when I restore the Rod of Arafel. The warriors may pay the price.
The White City is lost to us. This broken world will soon be our grave.
Yes.
And yet we must fight on against the darkness, to uphold the light.
I got it in the video.
If your actions
stupid.
hasten our end, so be it.
May you live to see the Destroyer take his last breath. Uriel of the Hellguard.
Good luck, Ryder. The final piece is within your grasp.
Let's do it. Let's get this rod, and then we'll get the key or half the key. And then, but all right, we're gonna do this in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Keep it cute, Z Cats. Just a second. Keep it real and peace.